Let's check around, shall we? Let's see what's going on here. I'll give this a minute to catch up. Usually there's some lag. Okay. I'll see if I can tag some people here. This microphone is not working yet because I have a software issue. But we build it while we fly. I just said chill on the progressive jazz. That's not prog jazz. What are you talking about? Okay. It seems like most of this is working. Cool. Double checking some audio. Thank you for being a guinea pig. Um, if people will hop in, please say something in the chat, as I'm only covering. I can't tell who's on YouTube yet, how many people, but whatever. That doesn't really matter. So let's talk about San Antonio life. It's been interesting. I've only been here for a couple months. Of course, I didn't live. Says hella loud. All right, hang on. Let me adjust. How about that? We'll make it some smooth background music. There has been an adjustment coming to San Antonio or moving here. Culture is definitely different. You know, living in San Marcos and Austin, you know, there's a certain demographic that's quite common there. But one thing I have noticed is like going to the gym here. I'm a Crunch Fitness member, so they got Crunch gyms all over town. In fact, they're getting ready to open one right down the street from my apartment, which is going to be nice. But I have noticed that the ladies, the females, the ovary owners, I don't know if we're allowed to say women anymore because we're having trouble figuring out what those are. But yeah, the ladies are dressed way more gym appropriate here. Like they're still wearing like yoga pants and tops or whatever, but usually most of them they have like a what do you call it, sports bra, but they've got like a shirt or something over it, and then yoga pants. It's not like in San Marcos or Austin where they got these really skin tight painted on things where you can see all the areas. And that has been fairly refreshing because, you know, you don't have all these women that appear to be in the gym just so they can like be checked out. The neighbors, did y'all hear the neighbor's dog barking? The other thing I noticed by moving to San Antonio is instantly I'm like 4 or 5 inches taller, which is it's nuts. Everybody here is short. And you know, San Antonio is a very mixed area. There's lots of like Middle Eastern people here, which is awesome. I mean, you know, there's actually a square right here down the street from my apartment. It's there's like 5 Middle Eastern restaurants right in the same square. I mean, why they chose to do that, I'm not completely sure, but there's like a halal place, a Pasha, Zatar. I'm waiting to bring cash down here, and I think we're going to hit them all. Probably not in the same day, but definitely not in the same day because I think we're going to overdo it. But we're going to hit it. We're going to do the hits. We get some dolma, some baklava, and chicken shawarma. We're gonna taste it all. Yeah, I'm kind of at the mercy of the onboard microphone with my MacBook right now because the MacBook does not want to sync up. I'm doing it old school. I need to just get a USB microphone. I was trying to do it old school with this one. And I have a mixer and doing all that because that's how I used to do it when I used to do my live streams on my old YouTube channel. Some of y'all may have seen that. I think it's now called Honest Abe, but for years I was the Mad Hooter on there, and I ruffled a lot of feathers on that one. What's it? Best place to open is right next to Middle East. Yeah. I got my eyes on a fairly inexpensive. I'm not trying to break the bank yet. I'm setting all of this up so that I can do online debates again instead of doing them through my phone because that's just bonk. Or my iPad. iPad works pretty good, but it's not like having a. It's way easier to screen share and manage this when you can actually use the keyboard and that stuff. Keyboard, mouse. Other thing I've noticed about San Antonio is you can't drive really like 5 minutes in any direction without hitting a Whataburger, an HEB, or a pawn shop. They're everywhere. Pawn shops are like, there must be like 5 within a mile or 2 of my apartment. It's pretty crazy. They're all over town, which is interesting. Oh, and gun shops. There's gun shops all over the place. The people that don't know, Rachel says she'll argue with me for free. That's what phone calls are for. And speaking of which, cheers to everybody. Having a good one. Excuse me. I can't really tell you what's in this, but it's not Kool-Aid. But cheers. The bar is open. I actually had a pretty productive day today. It was fairly refreshing, but I'll set all of that aside. Another thing, San Antonio. Yeah, I don't know. Well, let's back to the Whataburger thing. I don't know why we need a Whataburger like at every intersection because they're everywhere, literally everywhere. It's kind of weird. And HEBs. I guess I don't know. San Antonio people that shop a lot, something. There's also I've only hit a couple so far from wandering around town. I just haven't had a whole lot of time. But there's a lot of thrift stores, and I mean like giant thrift stores. Most of it's closed, but I like to go in there and see if I can find something interesting. Maybe they got like a skillet or some cast iron or something. I like to look into that stuff. Not so much worried about the clothes. But yeah, they're everywhere. Mega thrift stores. And then there's like 2 or 3 huge flea markets. They're only open on the weekends, but still. I haven't figured out. I have to ask a couple. I only know a couple of people that live in San Antonio, but I'll have to ask them where's a good place to go record picking. Because up towards Austin and San Antonio, Kyle, I know all the good spots, and I've pretty much picked them clean and all the good stuff. But you got to go back and check every once in a while, see if you can pick up something good. Modelo's are going down good. Hell yeah. Ice cold, baby. Nothing wrong with that. I actually I still got some leftover thyme and oregano on my keyboard from last night. I haven't been into any of the booby bars, but there's like 4 of them real close to where I live. I'm probably regionalizing myself. Somebody's going to dox me now. They're like, we know exactly where you live now. I'm like, I tell you what, if you text message me. I'll tell you exactly where I live. And come on over. Whatever your intent is. If you want to hang out, that's cool. If you want some chingazos, I can give you that too. Is there a half-price books in San Antonio? I'm sure there's one, but I don't think that I've come across it yet. I don't know. I mean, I'm fairly close to the North Star Mall. You know, the mall that has the giant cowboy boots out in front of it. I'm fairly close to that. I'm like 10 minutes away, maybe less. There's not really much in that mall that I care about. Oh, yeah. But I'll figure out where all the record picking stuff is. I actually have to repair my record player. In the move, I broke the I guess it bounced because I had it taped down, but the needle broke. So I got to get a new needle for it. It's kind of saddening. And I apologize for my scruffiness today. I have been a tad bit lazy. You know, sometimes you don't have to scrape your countenance every day. It says there are people bouncing in and out. If you bounce in, if you poke a beak in, say hello. Don't just be a creeper. Oddly enough, I have not had one single plate of Tex-Mex or a taco since I have moved to San Antonio. You know, I go back every week, at least once or twice a week, to San Marcos, and my favorite taco joints are there, so I kind of just hold out. But I am told that I'm sure, I mean, this is San Antonio, I'm sure there's plenty of great tacos. There's actually a place down the road I saw that has a big sign that says Barbacoa, and I'm like, I'll be going in there at some point. Be checking it out. Let's see. I'm gonna double check on this real quick. Cool. Yeah, San Antonio is an interesting place. You know, there's military bases and military people, lots of college kids all over the place, and then you have like the normies, especially when you get closer to like Leon Valley, that kind of stuff, or like the Lower East Side. It gets man. San Antonio's got some dark spots, and I don't mean that in like a race kind of way. I mean like it's rough, dude, rough. Lots of like man Centro, and I'm surprised. But I guess I shouldn't say surprised, because in Austin, you know, there's like college kids stepping over homeless people to get into the bar, and in San Antonio, they're like Centro is right there by the Riverwalk, and there's homeless people all over the place. They're sleeping on sidewalks and laying around, and I'm like, wow. Which is, it's just that kind of stuff blows my mind. No matter what city you're in. I mean, I saw that same kind of thing in Denver, but it just kind of blows my mind that you know people that are vacationing and spending all kind of money, whatever, in the entertainment district are right there where the homeless people are. Just kind of bizarre. So I don't know. What does that say about us as humans? That you know we can walk right past homeless people to go spend $100 in the bar or in a restaurant. You know, you go to Dick's Last Resort, spend $150 getting full and wasted, and then walk right past homeless people with a full belly. Party, man! It's like, Like, you do know that most of you are a paycheck or two away from being one of those people, zombies walking around down there. I don't know. It's just weird to me. Yeah, Leslie. Um, I would have voted for Leslie. I wasn't living in the district at the time, but I'd have voted for Leslie. I used to see Leslie popped into a couple of gigs that I did back in the day. I gotta say, Leslie was good in 5-inch stilettos. That's something I know some chicks that don't walk around that good in stilettos. You know what I'm saying? The crazy thing about Leslie is how close I get was. This is before all of that identity stuff. I think Leslie still called himself a he. I don't. I mean, maybe somebody in the chat can back me up on that. But yeah, man, Leslie was in pretty good shape. I mean, you got to be to walk around downtown in those 5 or 6 inch stilettos. But I'm pretty sure Leslie would say he was a he. He's obviously still male. I mean, now we don't. Uh, I'm also streaming. I'm streaming on YouTube and Facebook, so I could get double jailed for talking about Leslie. Shania Twain gave her cutoffs. That's well, there you go. They were probably well. Leslie was a fairly tall dude, from what I remember. Of course, every time I saw him, he was wearing heels. So, but I'm guessing he was at least 5'8", 5'9", and then probably 5'11" in heels. But yeah, definitely he was toned. I'm not sure what else Leslie was into around town, but definitely an Austin institution. I mean, everybody that was around, from when did Leslie pass? Was it like 2007? Somewhere in there? But everybody was in Austin in those early days. Everybody knew who Leslie was. Yeah, you never. I'm not gonna. I can't say that. Let's just say that Leslie would wear stuff that was clearly male, and his parents were probably Catholic. Just saying. Uh-oh. Oh, now, okay, this whole thing, I have to stop streaming now. Camille's here. Yeah, Leslie was an interesting cat. I actually got to. I mean, Austin is an interesting place. The political history in Austin is interesting. I mean, from Lady Bird to Leslie. I mean, there's some interesting stories in there. Maybe one day, I don't think I can tell this story on YouTube or Facebook, but the No Pink, No Clink story is a great one. And I think, maybe another city like Portland or you wouldn't get away with that story in like New York or Boston. But yeah, No Pink, No Clink. I don't think I can clean that story up for YouTube and Facebook. Um, Camille says, surprised I'm not driving. I already drove 10 hours today. I didn't have any flight students today because the weather was supposed to be bad, so they all canceled. And I drove. I got up at 4 this morning and I drove until 5:30. Now I'm here talking to y'all. And I shall be going to bed early tonight. And probably gonna do the same thing unless somebody schedules a flight tomorrow, but I don't foresee that. uh, Camille said, "Where am I?" I've got a whole bunch of it in the fridge. I got like at least a week's supply of spaghetti in the fridge from cooking last night. I was supposed to. I only braised a little bit of pork, but I got like 4 pounds of pork to braise that I need to get done. Uh, I'm trying to stay away from the rice, so I was gonna get some cauliflower and rice that, or make it into cauliflower mash and then put the gravy on that. Because you know us Cajuns still gotta have our gravy. It's a food group. Kumo says it want curry. I've thought about it. My problem is if I make a whole bunch of curry and save it, if I eat it a couple days in a row, I start to smell like curry. Like no matter how much I wash or shower or wash my hands, I can like smell it on me, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe that's not very pleasant for other people that don't like curry. I'm trying to be nice. There's not enough, like curry and Nag Champa. I don't necessarily dislike that combination of smells, but other people might dislike it. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, I guess maybe spaghetti smell is offensive to some people. Polish, maybe? I don't know. Don't know. Excuse me? I can't read that out loud. Um, where was I? It made me lose my train of thought. Curry. Uh, yeah, if you cook enough curry in your house, that smell is staying there for a while. People open the door and be like, "Oh, okay." And if they like curry, they're like, "Ooh, did you cook some curry? I'll take some of that." And if they don't, they're like, "Yeah." But same thing if you cook like if you make a. I mean, I'm in an apartment. If I grill a steak in here, Dunskies, it smells like steak until I mop the floors or something. Need the recipe? Need the recipe for what? You think you're getting my curry recipe? No, that's a family secret. There's only two people that really know how to make that curry. The curry you're talking about. That's three. One of them isn't here anymore. I learned it from my father, who learned it from an Indian friend of his that was on a British flagged ship, of all things. That recipe was passed to my father, who passed it to me, and I passed it to my son. I have explained it to Rachel. I explained it to the number two wife. Um, the number two wife never could get it right. I actually don't have it. Well, it's in my noodle, the spaghetti recipe. but I could be botching it. But I did show Cash how to do it, and it came out pretty damn good. It might have been wrong. I was thinking about that. Rachel did this. I was thinking about that, like getting a soundboard for when I do live streams. Um, and that scene in Blazing Saddles, Dom DeLuise, and he's talking to the dancers, and he's like, "Wrong." I think I need that on my soundboard for when I'm doing debates. Are you going to argue about family secrets? I'll say this about that Indian curry recipe that you guys are talking about. It's actually incredibly simple. The thing that everybody gets wrong, everybody, every time I teach somebody how to do it, is they don't caramelize the onions properly. The onions have to be caramelized all the way down to full caramelized. That is the key. That's why it doesn't taste right. Because sometimes it'll get bitter or whatever. And then people always forget to salt it, salt it, salt, like every step of the way after your onions are caramelized. The rest of it's easy. It's only chicken, onions, butter, and curry powder, and yogurt or sour cream, depending on your taste. Wrong. See, I can't. There's stuff I can't say on live stream. But yeah, that's Blazing Saddles. I mean, come on, it's classic. Uh, yeah, Rachel is correct. Salt and butter. When I make that curry recipe, it is a whole stick of salted sweet cream butter. Bam, in there. Some people also try to the you actually curry goes in at 3 different times in the recipe. After the onions are done, and you start browning your chicken, once the chicken starts to get color on it, boom, and you hit it with the first dose of curry, and it's like a lot. 2 heaping tablespoons. Bam, bam, hit it. When that starts to cook through, again, 2 heaping tablespoons of curry. Salt, salt, salt. You almost cannot oversalt that curry dish. Then when all of that is cooked down, chicken's cooked all the way through, you let it cool some, curry again. 2 more heaping tablespoons. As that cools down, because the curry gets a different level of flavor profiles as you add it. So the curry at the end has a more brightness. The curry in the middle gets smokier because you're cooking it with the chicken. So at the end, 2 tablespoons. Then as it starts to cool down, then you put in your yogurt or your sour cream. Mix it down and just let it sit. Don't play with it. Taste it, salt it to taste then. That's it. That's pretty much it. That's all. There's literally nothing. I have sometimes I'll put in if I'm making it for me and I want it hot, like really hot. I'll add like chilies or something in it, Chinese chilies or something, cayenne pepper or whatever to get it hot. Boiled eggs. I mean, if you can't boil eggs, what are you doing in the kitchen? I mean, come on. That's like the first thing that you learn ever. Not all curry powder is spicy. Some of it, like the stuff you buy in the store, to me, it's very tame. Now that'll probably The red curry or green curry you buy at HEB or whatever might kill the average person from Maine or Wisconsin. But I mean, I'm from the South. Come on. So, I mean, to me, that's not spicy. I have just a very tiny bit of hot curry that a friend of mine brought me from uh, India, and it's hot, like really hot. Like I don't cook with anything. I sprinkle it on top of something. It's that hot, and I like hot stuff. Uh, Boiled eggs and spaghetti. Uh, well, you kind of. I have a problem with eggs. I don't like them overcooked. If they get tough, I mean, I'll still eat them. I'm an egg slut, total egg slut. I like eggs like pretty much every way you can cook them. So, I mean, but if a hard boiled egg is overcooked and they start to get like the yolk gets like gray green color on the outside, I'm like, somebody, I'm a snob though. Just saying. Uh, so just so you know, the point in all of this gear that I'm working in lighting is I'm scheduled to do some debates pretty soon, and I'm trying to make sure the StreamYard is working and all of this software is working. I haven't streamed like this in a long time. It's been years pre-divorce. So I'm getting back into it, getting all my gear back going. And I'm going to roast some people online. I'm going to hit them with some big brain stuff. Pot for the win. I do love a good. One of my favorite things is a good poached egg. Soft poached egg. Hell yeah. I like that. Or I think the ultimate way to do an egg, and it's technically very hard to get it right, but Scotch egg is the shit. I love a good Scotch egg. Oh, who's messaging me? Not important right now. No. Yeah, the streams, I don't think I'm going to stream any of the debates on my Facebook page. Maybe. Those debate streams get really spicy sometimes, and people drop ad hominems and something. Try not to do it. I try not to do that, but they'll probably be streamed on my YouTube page. The YouTube page is Mavericks Fifth Dimension. No apostrophe. I will drop links on the Facebook page when they're happening. There's some characters that I'm going to be debating against. Communists, uh, communist, feminist, paleo feminists. I ran across one of the paleo feminists like challenged me to debate. I'm like, whatever. Like, I'm not even sure what that is, but okay, if we get the debate prompt, I'll debate whatever the prompt is. All right, Camille, nighty pajamas. But I am looking forward to mixing it up. People always ask me, like, why do you do this debate? Why do you bother talking to these, like, leftoids and communists and socialists and whatever? I'm like, well, first of all, I'm good at it. I wasn't always good at it. I have become good at it, better. And second, for me, it's fun because I like to challenge my worldview. And maybe somebody has come with a different angle that I haven't thought about or something. At this point, usually not. Usually, I've already thought all of this stuff through. But yeah, it's fun. And then sometimes it's fun to watch people completely like spurg out when you start to pull at the strings of their worldview and show them, just like hold up a mirror to their worldview and show like, hey, this is just not consistent or very bright. Like this is not going to work. So that's why I do debates. Um, Long term goal, I'm hoping to become. Maybe I should. I'm looking to get in to the larger debate community. They know who I am. They've seen. I've debated with some of these people, but I'm looking to get into with the big boys. Uh, y'all know some of the names. Y'all have seen them. If you're on the internet at all, you've seen them. And I'm wanting to make my presence felt a little more. So cool. We're actually approaching my bedtime, and it looks like all of this stuff is working. So thank you guys for hanging out and being my guinea pigs for my test stream. It's been real. It's been fun. Maybe real fun. We'll find out later. Anyway, cheers. Y'all be good together. See you later. Bye.